Alright, for the recording, this is round 3 of Fight Night 4. In the top half we have Chris, and in the bottom half we have Michael. I think it is... I think it's red-green versus... What's Billinghurst on this event? I think it's a Nadu walks deck, presumably. Yeah, there's a time walk. Alright, walks versus Ponza. Should be cool. Vague outside assistant. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. You do whatever you feel is right. The only reason that there is outside assistance during fight nights is because I'm the best Highlander player in Australia, and I come up with these lines faster than everyone else, which is definitely a big part of why I don't have hands. Because then I would accidentally just tell someone the right play. But I'm trying to be heavily educational because I think that is a priority for these events. We want to make sure that people are getting the most out of watching the stream in terms of what they're learning, in terms of their takeaways. Hopefully, it's good. I'm not actually sure if I'm a good commentator. If you're in chat and you like the commentary, give us a shout out, because I really do like the streaming side of it and talking with chat and engaging. I know I'm pretty good at that side, but I'm kind of just vibing when it comes to commentary. I've done a little bit of it before. And obviously when I streamed Magic myself, I did commentate on my own matches. So I hope things are educational. If they're not, I apologize. And if they are, you're welcome. Looks like Chris's moto is just taking a second there. No companions again. Chris is keeping 7. And so is Michael. Alright, let's go. Forest Halfling. There's a lot of scary 3-drops here. Could also be something really backbreaking, like Ancient Tomb Minskenbu. Could be Mountain Blood Moon effect. If Michael doesn't have an answer to Halfling or a 3-drop, and his plan is just to play a Mana Dork, it could be bad. Alright, does have a clean answer. Both players on 1 land. We're going to move back to parity. So here's a big turn. If Chris has the ability to accelerate out a 3-drop with a Chrome Mox, for example, it's going to be a big deal. Instead, he's going to set up for turn 3. So he's going to have 3 green mana available here. Presumably a red land in hand. Okay, Thoughtseize sees Sneak Attack, Simian Spirit Guide, Gut, and Bloodbraid Challenger. Interesting that we didn't Spirit Guide out the Gut. I think it's just because it's a bit low value here. And Spirit Guiding out the Bloodbraid Challenger if we hit a land is more valuable. Spirit Guiding out the Sneak Attack is a bit medium. I don't know, there's not much in the hand. So if Chris draws land, he does. So Spirit Guide, Bloodbraid Challenger, and we just find out what's on top. I'm actually surprised the Gut got taken with Thoughtseize. I mean, I understand not taking Challenger. It has Escape. I understand not taking Sneak Attack. I think taking Spirit Guide would have been perfectly reasonable, but that's probably the lowest value card. Chooses not to cast Chrome Mox. Gets him for 4. So pretty weak now. So Chris has access to 4 green mana, which can't cast Sneak Attack, and can't activate Sneak Attack. and doesn't have any creatures. So assuming Michael has some kind of functional hand, this is probably going to be quite bad. There's a Sheldred in play now. It's going to brick wall the Bloodbraid Challenger. Chris draws a red source. I don't know who wins this game. Doesn't look like Michael has much else going on though. Like he has the Sheldred in play. That's kind of it. This attack is interesting. I think I prefer preserving my life total here. Unless your plan is to chump. In the face of a card like Sneak Attack, I guess he's trying to end the game. Sure, that's fair. Go to 10, go to 12. Chris's relatively all-in strategy kind of showing itself. Oh, he's a brainstorm, that makes sense. And that's going to close it out. That's game 1 to Michael. GG's. Now, both players are going to get to sideboard. We've already done a bit of a breakdown of Chris's sideboard. It's got some pretty standard red cards, a Biforce, some Rebs, a couple of anti-blue cards like a Seed Time, a couple of anti-combo cards. I think there's a choke in there. Michael's sideboard, what do we got? We got some Blue Blast, a Force, Push, Carpet, Submerge, Veil, Inquisition. So there's not much in here for a mid-range deck. We'll see the Blue Blasts. We'll see the Submerge. I don't think we'll see the Inquisition, but we might. I don't know that any of this other stuff matters. Maybe the Force of Vigor? Maybe not. I think your main deck is solid enough that you sideboard light here. And then for Chris's sideboard, so we'll probably bring in the Red Blasts. I don't think we need Veil. Seed Time's probably a bit loose. I think Choke is reasonable. Even a Targa may be reasonable. I think both players are going to side pretty light here. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring. But I would expect both decks to look very similar in game 2 and 3. Interesting that Chris kept this hand on 7 now that I think about it. Because the Halfling wasn't casting anything. I mean, I guess it was casting Gut turn 2. But it wasn't casting Bloodbraid Challenger. I mean, he could have got lucky off the Cascade. The fact that he hit a Chromox is pretty backbreaking. Like, it really could have been any 3-drop and it would have been better. Obviously, Michael's follow-up being shouldered was a huge deal, but... Interesting Nadu walks development from Michael here. We've finally moved to black from red. I assume because things like Fable and Flage got pointed. The black gives you a little bit. So you get some discard spells. You get Grist, which is a big one. Looks like there's a Demonic Council. There's an extra combo piece. And then like Leovold and Opposition Agent out of the board as Eladamri's Call and pod targets. It's kind of cool. Baraglyph made it in. It's interesting. An Overlord of the Baelmerk. We have multiple people playing Overlord of the Baelmerk today. That is incredible. What a time. Notably, Michael's mana base is incorrect. Just want to quick point out, there's a snow-covered forest and a regular island. No reason for a split there. There's no Ice Fang either. Kids these days. I'll do I'll do a quick breakdown of Snowlands, because this is actually a weird question that I get sometimes, is why I have Snowlands in my deck, or why I usually have Snowlands and don't have Snowlands in my deck this time. Obviously, if you're playing cards like Tainted Pact, you need to make sure that your 2 islands are 1 island and 1 snow island. The main reason that you would have snow basics is if you have the ability to take cards from your opponent's deck. So if you have Ragavan, you should have snow basics, because if you connect with a Ragavan and hit an Arkham's Astrolabe, you'll need a snow basic to cast the Astrolabe. If you have Ice Fang Coatl, that's a reason to have snow mana. If you cannot interact with your opponent's deck, and if you have no reason for your own lands to be snow, or for there to be a split, so Field of the Dead, for example, Tainted Pact, etc., you should just be playing normal basics. Play snow basics if you like, if they look pretty, for example, but Redain, being a card that actually impacts snowlands, is the only reason to be playing normal basics. There's technically Break the Ice, but that card's terrible. So yeah, if you're ever curious about why my personal deck list that I upload on YouTube or that I play in events have or don't have snow basics, that's the breakdown. Dr. V has followed. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Voltier's room. I don't know if this game has crashed. Kind of worried. Are they still sideboarding? I feel like it's been long enough. I might rejoin this room. Give me a second, chat. I feel like it's been 3 minutes. Tab back, we're like halfway through our game too. Thanks, Moto. You're the best. God damn it. Alright, I'm coming back in. It's all good. Keep playing though, don't worry about me. We love Magic the Gathering online. I did think it was suspiciously long. At no point This is a fun fact for anyone in chat who's curious about my trajectory as a content creator. At no point in my long and tenured history with Magic the Gathering Online have I not hated it. This client is very good, specifically because you can play things that you can't play on Arena. Other than that, yikes. Alright, we're in the middle of game 2. Looks like a bunch of stuff has happened. Razorkin Needlehead got blown up at some point. An Overlord of the Boiler Bilges got blue blasted. Shoulder to the Bin, which is probably from Grist. And now an Overlord of the Baelmerk. So many Dustmourn cards in today's event. This is so cool. So, to reiterate, we haven't seen any Foundations cards, I think. I think the only Foundations cards that has seen Highlander play is Alicia. But for Dustmourn, we have the Black Overlord, the Red Overlord, Razorkin Needlehead, Abhorrent Oculus, and like 6 cards in Freya's deck that manifest red. What a set. Well, we've got some stuff in play. Looks like Overlord of the Baelmerk might just get there. It's getting Besaged! Nice enchantment creature, idiot. I mean, Grist is making a lot of stuff. Time Walk is in the bin now, which probably changes some things. Means the Timeless Witness is a bit more of a real card. Grist ulti is pretty scary, especially because Overlord did mill. But in saying that, most of the cards in my sideboard are spells. So the Grist ult is like 3 at the moment. Looks like Sheoldred is back after being picked up by Overlord. So Chris is under the gun now. He's low on resources. He has a lot of mana, but not really doing anything with it. And now he's against a Sheoldred, a ticking Grist, and some random idiot creatures. I would have liked to see how the early game played out. Sad we missed it. We're chumping the Sheoldred, trying to buy more time against it. I think it's very reasonable. Grist ulti is for like 3. So we're probably gonna keep ticking up. We might chuck the Timeless Witness so we can rebuy it. Nadu, Winged Wisdom. Yeah, now we're gonna like target an insect with an insect. No, okay. Just gonna sack the Timeless Witness to blow up the Mana Dork. Sure. It's reasonable. Now we can flashback Timeless Witness to pick up Time Walking in the game. Upkeep, Force of Vigor, Utopia, Sprawl, and Chrome Mox. Chris has gone down from 6 mana to 3 in the space of an upkeep. That's a huge deal. Flame Slash on Nadu? Okay. Reveals a Spellseeker. Gets misstepped. That should be it. I can't think of any sequence that gets out of this. That's a big goof. So we have Spellseeker on top, Timeless Witness in the bin. I don't think he has lethal. Maybe Spellseeker for Neoform might have been lethal. Alright. Well, that's the match there. Michael picking up the win 2-0 against Chris. Once again,